Hello again, St. John's. So welcome back for part 3 of this nail art series. Remember that we can use these kind of designs and ideas for nail art, or we could do arts and crafts, we could make some Christmas cards, so anything that you'd like, kind of follow the stages along. Let's go and see what we can make today. Here we are then. Today's video is going to be this string of fairy lights design. So I'm going to give it another go now with you and we'll go through the steps together. Okay, so I'm going to use a shimmery polish as the base one here, so make sure you've remembered to do your base coat and thin layers again, just like the last two videos. I've just changed up the background for something a bit sparkly because white was a bit boring for Christmas time, so I thought I'd go a bit sparkly. So that's the first coat on there. We'll let that dry and come back. Okay, so our rose gold nudie kind of sparkle colour is now dry, and we're going to go in for another thin coat for the second coat. Okay, let that dry and we'll be back. And now that one's dry, we're just going to do the third coat. We're going to let that dry now and then we'll come back and start the fairy lights. So we're going to start off with this black line through the middle here, which is the wire for the fairy lights. So there isn't really any pattern you have to follow with the wire. It can look however you like. So I'm going to get my thin art brush and we'll have a go at doing another line. Now, if you're doing this on card, making a Christmas card or something, for example, you could do this with a pen. And Miss Goodsell actually did a really nice video of a Christmas card design which had some fairy lights at the top, so you could check that out. Or if you're doing it on a rock, doing some rock painting, you can obviously use paints. Okay, so there's our wire painted on. So I'm going to let that dry and we'll come back and we'll add the fairy lights. So the wire's all dry there, and all I'm going to do is grab my little cocktail stick with the pointy end, and I'm going to get some coloured polish and just do a little blob next to that wire for the lights. And I'm going to follow a little pattern. So there's a blue one, then I'm going to do a red, I'm having to just wipe my cocktail stick to clean off the coloured polish in between each colour, and a green. So that's the 4 colours on, and then all I'm going to do is continue filling in that pattern all the way along the wire. So blue again, red again. So I'll continue doing that, let it dry, and then come back and show you. So here are the fairy lights now all completely dry, and I'm just going to finish this design off with a top coat. And that's it all finished. So if you like this design but you'd rather make it in a Christmas card version instead of a nail, have a look at Miss Goodsell's Christmas cards video from earlier in the week, because she did a really nice idea with doing the lights with finger printing with paints, so that's lots of fun as well. If you'd like to try on a nail, please do take some photos, send them in so we can have a look. Thank you everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.